And like the arm, you can just keep the arm loose in there. You put tension in when you, so you don't have to have tension in the arm. You got it hidden. If you start going for your arm, you can tense it and you can bring all this higher. But don't let the arm inhibit your movement. Just keep it there, but it can be relaxed. So we're just putting the energy where we kind of want it to be. So you go a bit flatter and you feel this, turn that hip down. So that leg max, almost when you're resisting that push, you almost want to straighten that bottom leg. So look, if we're here, as I'm pushing, he really is doing as little as possible. He just straightens that leg down. Keep your toe, you can keep your toes engaged for now, but he just straightens that limb, and it straightens down. And now it's almost impossible for me to push him. And what's going to happen is, when they can't get this, one of the things they're going to do is they're going to go to your leg. And when they go to your leg, Matt now swings his leg back, brings that knee in, and now this is a nightmare. And that's really what we're playing with, is where's the guy putting his energy? If he goes to the leg at any point, let's do this sort of shit, start picking this up. Now he swings, and even if this leg gets a little bit stuck, this bottom swing to drive that a bit more. No, so as you come up, really try like you're trying to try and knee your chin. Yeah. Try to swing, try not to tense, just keep your movement going. So just do your movement as if yeah, all the way up. You need to get that foot to the ground. Like you need to swing that leg like you really do it to me. So he pushes me. He's pushing me, I'm going flat. He goes towards my legs. You just need to be a bit more violent. Yeah. When I said violent, I mean really just efficiency. It's using this to. So that's what we're doing when we're doing these, is we're thinking about where his weight is and what the appropriate movement is going to be. Do you want to do it with a partner, or do you want to just keep going?
Yeah, do it with a partner.
Try with a partner. Yep. Grab body. Yes. It's just improving just trying to improve the efficiency each time. Just think about what you need to do to move this thing. Just trying to give it a slice or something around the head. You feel the energy starts to.
Use that arm that's down.
Yeah. Good. Nothing on the ground. Everything on the floor. time. Any questions on that? Observations? No? Is it working?
Yeah. Well, I did find one point, just as I sat up, if Fred pushed his weight back, then it did go to that, you know, when he brings you the weight basically. Then I went
I
through
think
the
you've got to show me. I think I know what you mean. You're turning towards the legs.
yeah, so,
Yeah.
and then as I was sitting up, Fred sometimes would switch back towards me,
Yeah.
which meant it sort of turned more into that.
Right.
That was
Reloads the under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, cool. There's a basic dilemma there. He's got to keep you down. Right. It's the same dilemma you've got in judo at the Olympic level. Everyone's trying to put their fist on the shoulders. So, because they're all trying to put their fist on the shoulders, there's potentially the opportunity to get under. Just because they've got to keep this blocked to stop them throwing. You grip, you're trying to throw them, they block the shoulders, and so because they start kind of various different types of stiff arm at distance, try to keep you out, everything opens up. But then you've got to get under. But I think on the ground it's quite a little bit easier, the grips just don't seem to have the same. You don't want to conceal that space and just pull guard. So, see what you're sort of thinking about. Go back to just moving. You know, just actually thinking about being able to do like where are we going with all these things? Where do I move to, right? So one of the things we just talked about was the guy actually starts going towards your head. So the most fundamental thing somebody will say with this is if they start spinning around your head, however they do it, and when you do this, don't put your hands on the floor. Do not put your hands on the floor, right when you're on top. It's a great opportunity to just practice moving in sprawls and sit-outs, right? Pretty much everything we do is either a sit-out here or a sprawl. That's it. That's just how the body moves. So you want to practice. You don't want to stop putting your hands all over the floor. It's just terrible. It's terrible jiu-jitsu. Makes it easy for him. So that's just a habit like everybody's got to try and get rid of. Like what was wrong with my sprawl or my sit-out? So as Josh is going down, this is what I want the guy on top to be working. It's just, really good movement. So if I'm this way round, what's the major danger I've got of his 3 ways to escape? If I'm in this sprawl like this,
Get up.
I would say the major danger just for now. I'm going to say the major danger is actually pulling guard, bottom leg. Because if I want to stop him pulling guard, I sit out, right? I sit out. This is sit out. See how I'm in the technical, it's like basically a technical stand-up. Right? So like this is how we coach to, we would coach, if he's in front of me, I would coach, this to get up. Right? Obviously I've got a body, so I would never put my hand on the ground. Right? So this is a sit-out position. So if Josh tries to bring his bottom leg through to pull guard, right? And do the sit-up movement to do it as well. So try and go all the way up and pull guard. Yeah, he's going to try and knock me over. Because he can't get guard. Try and get guard. There's no guard here because of my knee. Yeah, he can still do this sit-up and still anything where he can get to his elbow, or his hand is even like better. It's going to cause me problems coming up out of this position. And if I'm this way around, right, try and sit up. It's actually, I would argue, it's much harder. Right? So I'm in a sprawl. He goes to pull guard though, to do the leg movement with guard. Still sit up as though you're going to guard. Yeah. And go to guard. Go to guard. Go to guard. Yeah. That's the sort of, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the difference. Is can he get this bottom leg through impeded? So if I'm sprawling on him, I'm in a sprawl, on this sort of configuration, he can do that. If I was square and I put my arms in the way, I would argue he could still do that. If he's got this movement down, he can still rip that leg through. Switch your legs and sit up. Switch your legs and sit up. Yeah, go off, go off. So I still think it's important that you try to sit up, But he tries to get this progression of getting that from go your forearm now, Josh. Yeah, and then up to your hand. That's what you're trying to do, and you're using your legs to try to achieve it. But if my legs are blocking the guard, he goes all the way up. If my legs are configured in a sprawl, right, what he's starting to do is get into a takedown position. So if I'm in a sprawl and he tries to come up, the problem he's got is that I'm basically there defending. I'm basically, it's a defensive posture towards him doing anything to where he goes to his knees. So don't you need to? So look, I'm going to see how, like, that may as well be a double leg. I'm stopping him progressing his get up, and so he gets up, he makes me defend it, he pulls guard. Because I'm in a sprawl, because I don't have this bottom leg blocking. Hands are not, I don't think hands are alright, but they're not a great, like my arm is nowhere near at blocking, good at blocking Josh's if I was like using my arms and staying fairly neutral, right? So I'm not in a sprawl and I'm not in a sit out. So if he really goes for this, he knows my arms are going to get fucking mashed, right? I can try and use it, but if he does this movement well, he should create a lot of chaos. So the arm just gets shoved out. Does that make sense? So if I'm on top, I want to stop Josh pulling guard. Pull guard. Yeah, pull guard. Yeah. So what's your better option here? Right, you can kind of feel what's happening, and you're going all the way up. Right? You're still like trying to reverse it. You just need to do enough to pull guard. Right? So try and do it here. So you go to get up and you're going to pull guard. Pull guard the minute you get it. The minute you can. Pull guard. So my point is, it makes it much harder for him to bring that bottom leg through at any point for the guard if I'm going to sat through this way. But it makes it much easier for him to just go all the way up. And what he really wants to do is just get on top of me. So if he sees this, he wants to go to get on top of me. And I may switch. Yeah, go to get on top of me. I need to switch to stay on top. I may end up in guard, but I need to switch. And I want to make sure everyone understands that. I've labelled it, but like, this is crucial. Because if you don't understand that, this is just going to be a fucking move that works sometimes and doesn't work in others. Right, but now it's, hopefully we understand like the chess of it, of which way around my feet are, so this is going to execute really what I'm going for. I'm always going to try and sit up, but from the minute that Josh faces me, he has a dilemma. So what's my primary thing going to be the minute he's got this posture? Yeah, I'm going to pull guard. I'm still going to try and sit up a little bit, just to make him have to, effectively he needs to keep this position, really. Otherwise stuff's going to start going wrong. So I'm here. And so this is the whole thing. I work it here. There's no way I'm going to get all the way up through that if his sprawl's good. I'm not going to get all the way up, but I'm going to go up just to create the space, just to create a pendulum. Yeah. Then he switches his legs to block the guard. Now I'm going all the way. He might switch his legs here. Yeah. Let's give it a go with a partner. Hope everyone's got it. Let's mix up so everyone's got it. So, just give me a different body. Which one are we in?